Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Live with Sequoyah Fund, or Sequoyah Fund Live. Hey, call it whatever you want. Just don't call us late for dinner. I am Russ Siegel. I am the executive director of the Sequoyah Fund. And today we have a treat. You know, there are things that go on right in our backyard that we don't even know about. And there are things that we could take advantage of that we don't know about. And I think it's great for us to spend a little time learning about something that you may not know anything about. I will admit that until a few weeks ago, I didn't know that this service existed. And today I want to welcome Sean Lawless of Cherokee Boys Club Construction to the show. We're going to talk a little bit about what they do and how we can work together to help you. Hey, Sean, how you doing?
I'm doing well, Russ. How you doing?
Doing great. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
So yeah, we have things in our backyard all the time that we don't even know about, and it just hits us like a ton of bricks. And you guys are doing some amazing things at the Cherokee Boys Club Construction. Tell us a little bit about what all you do over there.
Well, I think the main thing people probably know us for doing is that we implement the HIP program. We build HIP homes throughout the boundary, and that is the construction that we do is from the foundation all the way to the finish. So basically a turnkey operation where we're providing a finished product. We hand over the keys, and the recipient of the HIP home can move right in. So we implement that for the tribe. We are also doing a lot of site prep work for housing and community development. We do a lot of their site prep work, getting the homes ready, whether it's a manufactured home where we're doing, again, some of the site work. We also do their underpinning for, as I said, a manufactured home. We do a split block underpinning for them. And then with that, with the construction that we've been doing for them, we've been actually doing quite a bit of private work. We've done a lot of work for private clients that are needing new siding, new roofing. We replace windows. We basically, and that's what I'd like to talk to you about today, is we offer a lot of services that people aren't aware that we do to the general public. So we're doing all the stuff that we do for the tribe, for the HIP program, for HCD site prep, and we offer that for private clients as well. So if you need a new kitchen, if you need your cabinets replaced, if you need a new driveway, you're having drainage issues, new gutters. I mean, we really offer a lot of services. And like you said, I don't think people are aware that the Boys Club can do that and does that, offer that. And so that's kind of what our goal is today, is to get that out there and make people aware that we offer these services. And yeah, just to let everybody know about that.
That's great. So one of the questions, and as you know, and I think we'll talk a little bit more about this as well. You know, for a number of years, we've been offering housing rehab loans to enrolled members. And one of the questions that we always get is, do I have to live on the boundary to take advantage of this? I'm sure you get that same question as well. We do, yes. So where do I have to live? And do I have to be enrolled to take advantage of your services?
Absolutely not. We do strictly on the boundary right now. We are looking at licensing where we do work off of the boundary, but it's as of now, all of our work that we're offering is on the boundary.
Okay. So I've got a kitchen remodel. I've got a bath remodel. I'm wanting to upgrade a couple of rooms in the house. Maybe even put on a roof. I love what you said about from foundation to finish. Sounds like you do a little bit. Is there anything you don't do?
The only thing that we don't offer the HVAC systems. We do, we do the plumbing, we do the electrical, we do all the appliances, but we do not do the mechanical heating and cooling systems for the homes.
Okay. So I'm assuming you have partners or other organizations that you recommend that would come in and do things like that.
We do. We use Foxfire out of Franklin, and they offer really a great service to us. And we've been working with them for years. They used to be Franklin Sheet Metal, and now they're Foxfire, but they are just spot on, really reliable, and just really easy to work with. We have a good partnership with them.
One of the questions that we get as well, as we get through this COVID situation, that we see building materials just going through the roof. The question is always, how can I get the most bang for my buck? So if somebody comes to you and they want to redo a kitchen, or they want to redo a bath, they want to do something at home, how can you help them maximize their outcome for the amount of money that they have?
Well, I mean, I think just being locally is a huge advantage for that, and being able to work within the homes that we've been working with. We see a lot of similar homes, so that's an advantage, is knowing the situation coming in. But because we do so many kitchens and we do so many bathrooms and we do so much of this type work, we know exactly what it's going to take from start to finish to get in there and get the material that we need. When we're removing the old kitchen, we're ready to go with the new kitchen. And I think the main part of what you're asking is just kind of having all our ducks in a row when a project starts to when it finishes. So we're not wasting any time. We're not disrupting, your home life while you're in your home. Just try to keep the disruption to the bare minimum, but really just having a good sense of what to expect going in, having all our materials, having everything lined up, having it scheduled properly, and working as efficiently as possible. And I think that comes with just the amount that we've done, and having, repetition helps us know where we can save money and save the customer money. And that's always a big goal of ours, because as you said, materials costs are going through the roof. Everything's getting more expensive. Labor is getting more expensive. So we're trying to make sure that when we start and finish a job, it's done in a certain order that saves the customer the most amount of money.
I've remodeled old houses, parts of them. And when we were first married 30 some years ago, my wife always said she would like to own an old farmhouse, an old fixer upper. I think we're well beyond that now. But I've noticed there's always something that's unexpected. You think you're going to tear out a wall, and maybe you're going to move a wall a few feet this way or something, and you think, oh, this is simple. And then you really get into it, and it opens up maybe 13 other things that have to be repaired. Give an example. We bought a house, and we were having to redo one of the bathroom floors, and we took it all the way down to the joists, and we had to replace the band, and it was a real mess. And the contractor comes in, he's carrying about a 2-foot long broomstick. And I said, what is this? He said, this was holding up your toilet. So the guy who had owned the home originally was so cheap that when the floor started to sag, he just jammed a broomstick in there. Yeah. And so time is always one of those issues that we deal with remodels and any kind of construction. We've had projects where they say it's going to take 6 weeks and takes 16 weeks, and that kind of thing. But how would I get the process started? Let's say I've identified a project that I want to do. Maybe I want to fix up my garage. I want to do something like you said with kitchen or bath to add value to the home, because goodness knows moving these days it's crazy. I mean, houses are selling like hotcakes for well above asking price. And so a lot of people are playing it smart, and they're saying, you know what, if I can't move, if I can't afford another house, I'm going to fix up the one I have now. Let's say they make that decision. What does that process look like from the time they decide I want to call Cherokee Boys Club and get the ball rolling? How do they do that?
Well, I just have to comment on your rehab analogy. It's just so funny, just because it is. That's the only issue with rehab, is that when you're opening up these, especially with a farmhouse, you're opening up a can of worms. As soon as you tear down one wall, you're gonna find some other problems. So, but it's a great story. But in order to start the process with us, it's a phone call or an email, and we can make sure you have our email when this live stream is over. But just reach out to us, make an appointment. You can call me, make an appointment, and I'll do a site visit, whether it's by myself or with one of my foremen. We'll get we'll have an initial conversation. We'll find out what you're looking for. We'll basically throw a few ideas around on the phone, just get a good idea of what your expectations are, what you want. See if we can do it within your budget, and then basically move forward. Like I said, make an appointment to come out and see the property. Look at what could go right and what could go wrong, because in a lot of these projects, as we look at it, we said, oh, it's just moving this, or it's just moving that, or just bumping this over, and there's a lot more involved to it than just that. And there's a lot of steps that go into just moving this or just moving that. And so, but the initial conversation, just with our experience and with the guys that we have here and their experience level, just kind of sussing out what you're looking for, what your expectations are, what your budget is, and what you're trying to accomplish. And that'll reach the goals that you're trying to reach, whether it's adding value to your home, or turning your home into something that's more accessible that you could see yourself retiring in, or aging in, because that's a hot topic right now, is just aging in the home that you have, because a lot of homes aren't built with that in mind. They might have narrow doorways, or stairs, or whatever it might be that makes aging in that home difficult. But it's really just trying to determine what your goals are, and determining the best way to reach those.
I think you really hit on something there, that I guess what they call age in place, where you've got wider doors, maybe lower countertops and things. And that's really important. But we are not getting younger as a society. We are definitely getting older. I do want to pop your phone number up here so people can give you a call. And one of the things I'm going to do at the very end, if you stick around at the end, we're going to put up what's called an end card, or just a graphic that's going to have all of your contact information on there, the website for the boys club and so forth. And you'll be able to jot that down there as well. Sean, I want to move into a little bit more what you and I have been talking about one-on-one, and that is how to help people afford the work. So it sounds like you've got a pretty established process. Try to make it as easy for the homeowner as possible. And here at Sequoyah Fund, we have a housing rehab loan program. It's been one of our most successful loan products ever. We do commercial loans. We help businesses get started and expand and so forth. But since about 2012, 2013, we've offered, actually it was a little bit before that, we've offered a housing rehab loan program. And we've just expanded this. I think when you and I first started talking, it was at about 15,000. We've upped that maximum now to 25,000. So people can come in, they can borrow 25,000 from us, and they can borrow that for up to 5 years at 4% interest. Very low fees. We build those into the payments so people don't have to show up with a check at closing. And the beautiful thing about this is that this loan program is designed only for enrolled members. So while you don't have to, we're a little bit opposite. You have to be on the boundary, but not necessarily enrolled. Our loan program can be anywhere in the 7-county Western region, but it's only for enrolled members. You can make your payments, or you can make part of your payments out of your per capita if you like. So a lot of people have found that's an easy way to justify fixing up a home. So there's no reason to wait, to let things deteriorate, to defer that maintenance or those repairs that need to happen, and to go ahead and pull the trigger on this project. So I would just implore people, if you have something that you want to do around your house, make 2 phone calls. Don't just call Sean at construction. Call us too. Go ahead and call and say, let's get the ball rolling. Here's the project that we want to do. Go ahead and schedule the work with them, and go ahead and get a loan application in with us, because it is, it is definitely something that a lot of enrolled members have taken advantage of. We started out with $470,000 in that loan program, and we got that money in 2010. We have now revolved that money 3 times in this community.
Wow.
So do the math. That's a lot. That's, it's like $1.5 million that have been deployed on people's homes in and around Cherokee. So if you're enrolled, please give us a call. We want to make this as easy as possible. But don't put it off. You don't want somebody crawling up under your house finding a broomstick, and you don't want to be the person jamming the broomstick under your floor just to keep it level. Do Sean and his crew a favor. Don't go to the broomstick route.
Right. Don't do the broomstick.
But I think this is exciting. I think this is an amazing. And Sean, I was floored to find out you guys do this. I know that you have a lot of operational support from the Boys Club, and the Boys Club does so many amazing things. A lot of people see those buses rolling down the road and they think that's all Boys Club does, and it's far from the truth.
Well, we do quite a bit of community service, and this is, I don't think people realize that we do a little bit more than community service that we offer here. And just getting back to, what you're saying about the 25,000, that I think that's a great number. I mean, it really is. I mean, we had talked about some smaller projects, kind of getting the word out there that we could do smaller projects, and those could be, replacing some siding or doing your gutters, or maybe even, a smaller roof within like a, $4,000 to $5,000 to $6,000 price range. But the $25,000, even though we talked about earlier, the price of materials have gone up, it's still a great amount for doing significant improvements to your home, whether it's a whole new roof or a whole new siding, all new siding. $25,000 would cover that. $25,000 would cover a nice kitchen. I mean, or at least a cabinet upgrade, and maybe not the appliances, but certainly, the cabinets and countertop, or you could do your appliances with that. But it's just a great number, that you guys offer that. And, as you were mentioning, that you weren't aware of what we were offering, it was great to learn that dollar amount was out there for the enrolled members, because that could make some, significant improvements to somebody's home.
We're hoping that's a sweet spot. We had it at 15,000 for a long time, and people would, like you said, they would do the roof and they would say, I just don't have enough to do the siding.
Right.
And, there's a kid's book. There's a series of kids books. I don't know if you ever read these. It's If You Give a Mouse a Cookie, or if you give it, so you give a mouse a cookie, he's going to want some milk to go with it. You go to the refrigerator, you find there's no milk, and he goes through this whole thing.
Yeah.
And it's like that when you do these projects, you see, okay, I've got this great siding, but now the roof is lacking.
Absolutely.
So instead of having to parse this out and do this in 2 and plus it's probably easier for you to schedule. The crews, if you can come in and do all of that at one time. So we wanted to hit that sweet spot, and to be able to find partners like you who can come in, and I love this phrase, from foundation to finish, to be able to do these projects for folks. I mentioned that we always have the same questions, and I'm sure these are questions you get. We get it from the money side, you get it from the construction side, but we always get, do we have to use your contractor? Can you help us find a contractor? And while we don't pick people's contractor, we don't make them go a certain route. To be able to give people options is a powerful thing, because I think at some point in their life, if somebody has used a contractor, they found people they love, they found people who've not done such a great job, or they found people who are really, really good at what they do, but can't fit them into their schedule, kind of the whole mix. Right. And so I think being able to answer that question with, hey, call the boys club. I bet you didn't know they did this. It is going to be a great arrow to have in our quiver, so to speak, that we can point people to you when we're otherwise just, what do we do? What do we do?
Yeah, no, I mean, there's certainly other, very good and qualified contractors out there, and we're not the only ones that do what we do, but it's really just was, I was really happy you invited us on, but it's really just letting people know that we do this and that we can offer this, and we are local, and people are familiar and comfortable with the boys club, and want to keep things local. So it would be great to get this business, but like you said, there's other people that do this, but we just wanted to make sure that people knew that the boys club offers these services, and we do it here on the Boundary. We're local, and we do have a relationship with the Sequoyah Fund, but you certainly have options to go elsewhere. But we'd like for you to give the boys club a chance.
Well, the boys club certainly has a stellar reputation. You've got a great, for lack of a better word, you got a great brand in the community.
Sure.
A lot of longevity. Boys club has been a great friend of the community for many, many years. And I think there's a high level of trust that comes along with that.
I think so.
that I think extends easily into the construction. But folks, if you have any needs for home repair, remodel, rehab, from foundation to finish, the Boys Club Construction can do that for you. And we want Sequoyah Fund to be there for you to help provide the money to do what you want to do to your home, to do what you need to do to your home. As we get ready to end the program, again, I'm gonna put up a little card that's got Sean's contact information. Make sure you can take a screen capture of that, use your phone, take a picture of it, but whatever you do, give them a call, and then give Sequoyah Fund a call. We want to work together to help you improve your home and improve your life. Sean, thank you so much for being on the show today, for joining me. I've got just one little commercial I'm going to play as we end. Anything you want to say as we wrap it up?
Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it. We were excited to know that we were invited to be on this live stream, and really we're just want to get our name out there as somebody that you can turn to do some quality work around the house, and make some improvements that you'll be happy with. So, but thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Our pleasure. Always good to talk with you, Sean. I know we'll be talking again soon, and hopefully we'll have some money coming your way to do some great projects on the Boundary.
That would be great.
All right, everybody, thank you so much. We look forward to seeing you again on the next episode of Sequoyah Fund Live.